fellas get through here. Sorry about that.
Put this in your bag. Yeah, put it in the safe for
Even the camera has a little jiggle to it. It's like
Your number is number one player. And I wish we could have seen the minute before because he wouldn't start the interview while I tried to see it. No, you gotta get that face.
that's the last part of my
Idę was
I don't know. Once we start rolling, okay. Once we start rolling. Yo, my schedule is so all over the place right now.
I'm sitting in the seats in the middle. Where are you?
I'll see y'all.
Yeah, just ask me.
This her stuff's still right now.
Thank you, I appreciate you. Yeah, I got it. I got on Do Not Disturb.
We're always playing with women.
Yeah, I jumped up one.
matchup by you guys.
Yeah, the best one.
That's right. Yeah, still got the same thing. Instrumentally after that, so you got the big guy.
Don't get me wrong, yeah, he's got a long shot. I want him to step up. Don't be Sean.
Twist. Set.
You there?
No, I wouldn't.
No, you were there, were you? No, Coogan and Uma. I can't travel to London, but I can travel to Vegas from Scotland.
What, is that a rule?
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to you and welcome from the MGM Grand Garden Arena here in Las Vegas, Nevada. We present the final press conference for the highly anticipated third installment for this long-awaited rematch for the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the World. Presented by Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated, Frank Warren, on behalf of Queensberry Promotions, Bomb Squad Promotions, and TGB Promotions. This is a Premier Boxing Champions presentation brought to you by FanDuel Sportsbook. Well, before we bring out our fighters at this time, let's take a closer look at the previous encounters between these two elite giants of the heavyweight division.
In Los Angeles, the stakes couldn't be higher. There's a big right hand by Fury. Deontay Wilder was robbed tonight. Wilder Fury 2 for the heavyweight championship of the world. This place was absolutely electric. Fury on the attack, going to the head. This is a mauling effort from Fury. Look at this! Fury's all over him. Another knockdown, a body shot. Round the king, Tyson Fury, the lone undefeated heavyweight champion of the world.
And now here is, ladies and gentlemen, standing at 6 feet 7 inches, the former champion who defended his title 11 times, looking to avenge his only loss and to regain his title from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Here is the former hard-hitting WBC heavyweight champion of the world, the Bronze Bomber, Deontay Wilder.
Oh, champ! Let's go,
And now, ladies and gentlemen, standing at 6 feet 9 inches, his record 30 wins, no losses, 1 draw with 21 wins coming by way of knockout from Manchester, England. Here is the acclaimed 2-time heavyweight world champion, the current and the undefeated WBC heavyweight champion of the world, the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury. And it's the heavyweight championship trilogy, Fury versus Wilder, number 3, T-Mobile Arena, Saturday night, live on pay-per-view. And now, ladies and gentlemen, my pleasure to introduce the host of our press conference, acclaimed sports journalist Kate Abdo.
Thank you all. Deontay, how you doing?
Tyson, you want to take a seat?
I'm good, thanks, Kate. I've been sat down a long time. I'm going to stand up.
Do you not own any shirts either?
I don't. This is the sexy look.
That's what they say. Deontay, you're making me nervous with the headphones. Are we feeling like talking today? Do us a favor. Okay, cool, brilliant. Listen, you had to go through the courts, right, to get to this moment. What is it that you want to prove in the arena on Saturday night?
I don't have nothing to prove. You know, I'm in a great place. I'm in a great state of mind, have always been. You know, I got a lot of great people around me that's been covering me all this time, you know. It's nothing to prove at all. This right here is redemption, retaliation, retribution, you know, and all of the above.
I got you. It's a long way to look up at you. Won't you sit down for me?
I'm good.
All right, okay. So listen, 20 months, right? It's a long time to stay focused, to prove something that you feel that you've already proved, I assume. How have you managed to stay motivated during this time?
I've just been training, Kate, you know, taking it day by day, enjoying my life, training for a fight, and that's all we can do. Live every day, one day at a time, and I look forward to today. Because every day we wake up is a blessed day. Remember that.
Amen, that's true. You've had a lot to deal with in the meantime, though, right? Because you had made the fight with AJ, then you had to deal with scrapping the fight with AJ. You had COVID that you had to deal with. Your wife has had a baby. Congratulations, by the way. How have you managed to stay dialed in, or at what point do you think you really got dialed into this fight?
All these fights are exactly the same to me. You know, I've got some guy trying to take me head off with punches. No matter if it's Deontay Wilder or whoever it may be, it doesn't really matter to me because it's a Tyson Fury roadshow. It's been continuing for 13 years. So I train every day in my life, twice a day mostly. I eat, sleep, train, repeat. You know, I've had a few personal problems at home, but you know, there's always gonna be some type of problem or hurdle to get over in life. So it's just how we do it, you know. And I had a little baby girl who was born 7.5 weeks ago, and she was very unwell for a minute or two. You know, I was there for 2 weeks in the hospital with her. And as soon as I knew that if I got that hurdle out the way, then I knew that things would be good and I could concentrate on the fight. And that's exactly what I did.
Do you feel comfortable being away from home?
Yeah, I'm 100% confident, you know. The baby's 100% at home, everyone's good, family's good. So, you know, Daddy's just got to do his job now, that's it.
All right, okay. Deontay, we've seen these videos, and I think for fans it's been super exciting, right, to watch you look as motivated and as driven and as hungry as you have done. It's been 20 long months, though, right, that you've been waiting for this moment. Have you allowed your mind and your body a second to kind of step back at any point during that time?
We've been going from day one, since the last outing, you know. There hasn't been no stop. All the delays and all that, you know, has been beneficial for us. You know, we've been continue to carry on. You know, one thing about this camp that I've been able to have all my brothers around me from the start, and we're all together now. You know, so I've been talking about the love that's been around me all this time. It's been real. It's been amazing for me. You know, when many people thought I was down, depressed, and all that. I can't be. It wouldn't be fair to the people that I have around me to even feel that way. Certain things I didn't even know what was going on in the world, you know what I mean? Because of my focus and my dedication that I've had, you know, and it's just been amazing.
Overtraining is a real thing though, right? So have they had to pull you back at times?
Overtraining is a real thing. And we've been able to stop at certain times, take breaks certain times and get back at it. You know, certain things, it'll be a little lighter than others, you know, until we're able to get back on track, you know. So everything has been good. I think we've timed everything out perfectly. I think we've done all the right things, and come Saturday night, it's gonna be definitely a different fight, you know, for all of the fans. You know, they should be excited. You know, it's not rare that we get trilogies like this, and I think it's gonna go down in history.
We are excited. I think it feels really different coming into this fight than it did coming into the second fight, right? After that first fight, it felt like there was still mutual respect between the two of you. After the second fight, it feels like that has been lost somewhat. Deontay, there were many accusations that you made towards Tyson about reasons that you felt that he had won that fight, ways that you felt that he had cheated. Do you regret any of the accusations that you made towards him? this?
I don't regret it, and I go to my grave believing in what I believe in. I know things for fact. I have confirmation, clarity of a lot of things, and which, you know, one thing about it, you know, men lie, women lie, but your eyes don't lie what you see, you know. So many people can believe what they want. We're all human. We believe what we want, but the eyes don't lie. And it only made me better as a man, as a fighter, to understand and to see certain things and know things for facts. You know, it made me even hungrier than before. God is a great God, and He don't make mistakes. I wouldn't take it back for nothing, because nothing that even the way I felt, even coming into the fight, even the way when Chris took the mask off me, how I felt, I wouldn't take it back for nothing. I needed it. It was a blessing in disguise.
Tyson, you did accuse you of some of the biggest violations in boxing, right? You kind of reacted almost like you don't care, like it just kind of washes off. How do you really feel about it?
I don't care, because obviously it's coming from an unwell person. He accused me of everything, accused his team, his trainer, the suit, injuries. Who else did he accuse? Oh, the Athletic State Commission of Nevada, they were in on it as well, the referee, whoever else. Maybe if he'd come out with one of these excuses, then it would have been believable, but not 50 of them, come on. And he can believe what he wants. What it tells me is that he's a weak, mental little person who I'm going to knock spark out on Saturday night. I beat him the first time after 3 years out in the ring. Quite comfortable, actually. He won 2 rounds of a 12-rounder. I absolutely obliterated him in the rematch. He didn't even win any of the rounds. And in this third fight, I just see much more the same. In fact, he's even copying me. Look, he's got no t-shirt on today. He learned that from me. I'm famous for wearing no shirt at press conferences and having no shirts on. This guy's copying me all the time. And I know I'm an inspiring person and everybody wants to be like T. But you know, it's supposed to be Bronze Bomber. Do your own thing. Stop copying the Gypsy King. And listen, I hope you got your excuse book ready, Dosser. And what's he doing here? He should have had the sack as well, JD is. Because if Mark Brilliant was doing it, he was in on it as well, because he was in the changing rooms. Watch my hands get wrapped. I want to know what you got to say, JD is. You was there. Are you on the conspiracy as well?
We are going to bring trainers up later on.
It was actually him who taped the knuckle dusters on. It was Jay Diaz who taped the knuckle dusters on my gloves.
Deontay.
He was there.
You clearly believe that these violations truly happened, right? So what
steps? Don't believe like Kate.
Give me
in
1
his
second.
own mind, he don't believe
What
it.
steps have your team taken to make sure that this is a clean fight, that you guarantee yourself that this time around?
We got a lot of things in line, a lot of things in order, you know, and I think this is what the world, only thing that they need to know, you know. There's a lot of things that I can say and put out there, but you know, like I've always been since from day one, silence is golden.
Do you think you've put yourself under more pressure with all the reasons about why the loss in the second fight happened? Do you now feel under more pressure to come out and look spectacular in this third fight?
Not at all. When you know the truth, they said the truth will set you free. You know, there's no pressure on me. And then when you have nothing to lose, there's no pressure at all. All the pressure is on him.
Is that how you feel if you got nothing to lose in this fight?
There's nothing to lose. Nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Why'd you say nothing to lose? Because I think a lot of people would say that your legacy is potentially on the line in this
your
fight.
Your legacy only dies when the man dies, when the desire and the fire resides your heart for the sport or anything that you do in life. When that dies, so does your legacy, and I'm well alive.
Amen. Listen, you're the only undefeated heavyweight champion that remains of the group, right? Is that pressure
I said
for you?
that yesterday, and I've come
I know,
under
I
a lot
heard
of
it.
scrutiny from it all. I've come under a lot of pressure, because I forgot that Alexander Usyk's been a world champion for 5 minutes. Forgive me on that one, I do apologise.
Oh, yeah, you're right, sorry.
Usyk, yeah, just won
my
all the
bad.
belts, so congratulations to him, by the way. But I was just talking about the group that we were in before Usyk even come into the picture. Out of all of us from like years gone by, like say the last 10 years, there's only me, last man standing. And I'm the one who's had all the problems, all inactivity, everything. And I'm still here, still undefeated. I'm a lone soldier now. The last one undefeated. Actually, the first 2-time heavyweight champion of the world who never lost a fight. How amazing is that?
You have
history maker, if I was interested in that sort of thing.
You've talked a lot about mental health. health, right? That's something that we've all appreciated you being really open and honest about. Do you feel mental pressure coming into a fight like this, and how do you deal with that? What do you make sure you have in your surroundings to keep you in the right place mentally?
You know, mental health struggle's no joke. You know, it's you can never get over it. It's not if or when, but it's not if, but it's definitely when. Mental health will always creep back into your life at some point, and it's a very, very, very dangerous matter. And it's a global pandemic on its own. Without COVID and all that stuff, the mental health struggle is real. And if you don't keep it at bay and take the right procedures to handle it, then you're going to wind up in a very bad position, like I was at one stage in my life. But I've learned to manage and maintain it all now, and look at me, I'm flying. I'm stood here as a heavyweight champion of the world, WBC, Ring Magazine, lineal champion, undefeated in 30-odd fights, still good looking, lost my hair, but whatever. Still a fine specimen of a man, and still confident as ever, and still on top of the world. So life's good. Life's very good. Very happy.
Where are you emotionally, Deontay? Because you're really big on energy, right? What's your energy towards Tyson Fury at this point in time?
My energy is like my mind is very violent, you know. So I'm just ready to go. October the 9th. You know, I've dedicated myself. I devoted my time and my body, me and my team, reinvented. I'm ready to reintroduce myself to the world, you know.
I've seen you wearing all that gear, which has the Russian slogan on it, right? Which says glass is a glass, which means eye for an eye, I think, correct?
For sure.
What does that mean to you in the context of this fight?
Exactly what it means.
What do you want to repay him with? A loss for a loss? Is that what you're looking at, or how do you mean it?
I'm gonna let you be the judge come Saturday night.
All right, fair enough.
I've learned to choose my words wisely, you know. Mm-hmm. People always take my words out of context, you know, and that's why I've been very silent, you know. Like I said, silence is golden, and at this point in time, it's all action for me. Action, action, action. I don't have many words to say, you know. I wasn't planning on even talking today. I was gonna have Malik coming up, but you know, I respect you, Kate.
Thank you.
And I'm just ready to show action.
I respect you wanting to show what you want to show in the ring as well. All right, listen, we're going to bring up the fighters' trainers, both of them, in just a second. Please don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after a short break.
Hey, Sean, Sean, use your camera. Use your camera.
Oh, okay, but I'm sending
Use your camera though. We need a high quality.
Sorry. Can you? Sorry. We're about 3.5 minutes.
Correct. I was using some of mine. No, I grabbed mine. It's phone quality.
I should.
No, man. No comment.
Tell it. Own
Yes, I do.
Toss it just at me.
Gareth, why are you sat on the floor? Do you want my chair? Because apparently I'm not using it. Okay, as long as you're okay, it's all right. This is intense, Bob, isn't it? The big weight in between it all.
Hey everybody, welcome along to the press conference one more time. We've brought in the trainers as promised. So Tyson Fury's trainer, Sugar Hill Stewart, good to see you. And Deontay Wilder's trainer, Malik Scott. Malik, good to see you too. Malik, talk to me. Deontay says that you've been able to bring something out of him that nobody else had. Why is that?
I'm a student of the game, obviously, and so Deontay, in my opinion, he ruled the heavyweight division, had 10 defenses at that time, and was just using one weapon, and on certain occasions he'll use 2 or 3. But over the years being in training camp with him at boxing, I used to always say, when he get into a fight, a lot of those things disappear, and I just never understood why. It's because he got content with just knocking people out with one weapon, which was the right hand. What I did was I went to his toolbox. I didn't give him the toolbox. I went in and I pulled everything out that I feel as though that he do well, and I made sure we didn't do it from a subconscious state, or we didn't do it by accident. And the way to make sure it wasn't done from a subconscious state was constantly do it and drill it over and over and over again. And that's what I did. So it's not like I gave him a toolbox and I'm teaching him something new. Everything I'm teaching him, I may put it in different variations of things and have him throwing combinations. What I don't have Deontay Wilder doing is doing choreographic pad work. What I don't have Deontay Wilder doing is ducking down to the ground like he's fighting like Cornell Whitaker. He's fighting a tall guy. If a 6'7" guy is fighting a 6'7" guy, somebody has to get under a hook. I have tons of examples to prove this stuff. So we'll say some people were saying, well, why do we have Deontay Wilder ducking under a hook? He's a tall guy. Yeah, he's fighting a taller guy too. I don't want my fighter just catching punches. Fury's a big man, small gloves. Catching punches is damaging too. I don't want my fighter just parrying punches. I want him to be able to slip punches, parry punches. And that's where the 5 different dimensions thing come from. Deontay Wilder can do it all. And I just pulled a lot of stuff out of him in training camp, and I made sure we drilled them with intent, not from a subconscious space.
I hear you. It's been looking great. Talk to me, Sugar Hill, because you moved into this relationship with Tyson Fury just before the second fight, right? Took over after that first fight and saw obvious opportunity to do something differently going into that second fight and switch up the approach from the first fight. What opportunity do you see going into this trilogy fight to do things differently, if any?
Well, training Tyson Fury has just been pretty much making him better. He's already been an exceptional boxer before I started training him. And just fine-tuning those skills, making sure he understands a little bit more things that maybe he didn't see, allowing him to see those things, but more importantly, just being ready. I feel like Tyson Fury being ready is unstoppable.
Malik and Deontay talk about each other as having a brotherly love relationship, right? How would you describe, Tyson, your relationship with Sugar Hill? You got your mic.
Yeah, me and Sugar go back a long way, back to like 2010, Detroit City. We've got a great bond going on, and to have any successful relationship, you've got to have good communication. And that's the most important thing in our lives, communicating with each other. And me and Sugar Hill have got that. We have this bonded glue where we gel together. We've got similar personalities. It's not easy for me to pick a trainer because I do outlandish things and I'm outspoken and I do a lot of stuff. And I've got to almost have someone on the same wavelength and personality factor to match that in order to be able to train me. And I definitely found a match with Sugar Hill here.
Is he a lot to deal with, Sugar Hill?
No.
All right, fair enough. Deontay, it seems like trust was key for you when you were making the decision in terms of who you wanted to be the head guy in your corner. Where does that trust come from with Malik? And has he surprised you with everything else that he's been able to bring to the table for you?
I trust my brother with my life as he trusts me with his. You know, I'll give my shirt off my back as he will for me. You know, and that's how it's always been from the first connection. See, when we both first met, it was just the energy was just it was connection. It was you know, sometimes you can meet other humans and you just your energies just don't mix with each other. And then you can meet others that is just like, damn, where you been all my life? You know what I'm saying? And that's how it was with him. And fun fact, my birthday and his mother lands on the same day. His birthday and my mother's land on the same day. And when I met him, he brought his family along. We was in camp to see him. And I cooked for them, the Southern hospitality. And we got to know each other even more. Even when we fought each other, it brought us even more closer, more so than ever. And in boxing, you need people you need people that you can trust in this sport. I mean, this is a money-driven sport. There's so many loopholes and different things that can go in, and you just never know who may be jealous, who may envy you in certain ways, even when you think the ones that really love you or you have them at your dinner table with your children, and they play with your children, you know, and sometimes that's just not the case. But with him, you know, with all my guys, you know, I don't have a big entourage. I don't need so, you know, and it's just the love that we have for each other, all of us, that we have.
Come on, get a room,
so
get over with.
I think, Malik, one of the things that people have been super interested in is watching how much you've been working on fundamentals, and that's been something that you guys have talked about openly, right? I think people on the back of that really want to know, what does that mean for Deontay Wilder in terms of the way he approaches this fight? Does he come out aggressive? Quickish answer if you can, sorry.
Well, when it comes to working with Deontay fundamentals, it was easy because he have good fundamentals. It's just at times a lot of times he didn't use them. So it goes back to the statement that I'm really just reminding him about so many different tools that he just wasn't using. And we wasn't going to do those things one time on one sparring partner good and then forget about it. No, we're fighting Tyson Fury. And fighting Tyson Fury, he's not just fighting Tyson Fury. I'm going against the intelligent, great brain as far as Sugar Hill, because Sugar Hill come from the claw. So when I approach a fight like it's the opponent. Then it's the brain behind the opponent. And And that's strong coming from over there. And what that did was it created a fervor, an anger kind of. So when I would do film study and I would have scheduled 10, 12 rounds of him to spar, I say, no, we're doing 16 rounds. I'm gonna stay up till 5 a.m. to do film study. I'm gonna call you at 2 in the morning to get you up. I'm gonna make sure Joey Scott is on you about, because I know who we're facing.
And knowing who you're facing and how he's likely gonna come out, do you start equally as aggressively? Is that the game plan?
Oh, the game plan is we have an answer for anything Tyson Fury do. Anything.
Tyson is obviously a very confident man, right? But we all know that Deontay Wilder is live in any fight. Do you have to work to keep his confidence at bay just to make sure that he keeps that in check, that Deontay is a dangerous opponent?
No, that wouldn't be true. Tyson Fury is he's very conscious of Deontay Wilder, his abilities as well as myself, being conscious of him. And it's just being sharp, it's just staying focused, and it's also just learning more. You know, there's always something to learn in boxing, and Tyson's taking that very well, and he's enjoying learning and having fun with it. So having fun and learning and executing and trying to be the best, being perfect at what you do. That just makes for a better Tyson Fury, and I'm excited for this Saturday coming up, actually to see what Deontay and Malik's been working on, my man Malik, and I'm happy for him, and I want to see what they have. I mean, I know Malik for a while, and it's exciting. It's exciting to be in this position, going against Malik, and just seeing what we know, where we come from, and put it all to work on Saturday. Yeah, it's exciting. I do believe in what they've been doing and what they've been working on. I've seen some of the clips, and it makes me more excited to get up and to get Tyson going even more, just like myself, since we're so much similar. And just expecting nothing but the same, but a knockout.
I appreciate hearing that respect. Thank you very much. Sugar Hill Stewart, fantastic to have you with us. Malik Scott, also appreciate your time. Listen, we are going to go to a very short break. Both fighters, Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, will deliver their closing comments in just a minute. Stay with us. I'm assuming... At the end. And with that, welcome back one more time to the press conference. As promised, this is now going to be the opportunity for the fighters to give their final address to the media, to everybody watching, to all the fans out there at home. Deontay, it's the last time that we're going to ask you to do this. I know you particularly are sick of the media this time around. You can have your opportunity to give your final comments.
What more that I can say that hasn't already been said, you know? I just tell you guys to prepare yourself and prepare yourself on the battlefield and get ready for war. Because this is right here, this is going to be an amazing fight come October the 9th. And as you see, I'm wearing my red outfit, so I want it back in blood. And I'm looking forward to it. And I'll see you guys there.
Tyson, you're up.
Well, I've got a lot to say, actually. Here's something that I think I need to say. It's like, Wilder said that I only won the second fight because I cheated, but then he goes and changes his whole team and does all this extra training and trains as hard as he's ever trained and brought on all his team and all that. So I asked the question is, if I only won because I cheated, what was the point in changing everything and doing all this other work? Can anybody answer that question? I know he can't, doesn't have the brains to. So, no one can answer that question, can they? So, the fact that I've egg in your face, bitch, is the word. That's what we say. And here's another one. He says he wants to do bad things to me and hurt me and do all this malice feelings and he's got anger and aggression. Well, for those who hold a hot coal with the intentions of throwing it at somebody, guess what? They're the ones who's going to get burnt. I don't want to hurt Deontay Wilder. I just want to beat him in a fight. And he knows what he's saying is lies. And deep down in his soul, he knows that he lost. And he'll lose again. And he lost the first time, he lost the second time, and he's gonna lose the third time. And guess what? After this fight, he'll be back working in that fast food chain that he was working at earlier on in his career. Because that's the only place he's gonna be welcome.
It's easy to answer
Retirement
your
for
question.
him.
It's easy to
Retirement
answer your
dosser.
question.
Retirement dosser.
The answer to your question is why you changed for the first and second.
No, that ain't the answer to the question. That's another question. So that's not an answer. If I only won because I cheated, why do all this extra training?
Why you change the first and second? Why you change the first and second?
As long as I didn't
So ask yourself that question.
You go ask yourself the question. If I've done all this cheating,
I see nervous energy.
Yeah, then why has he not prepared himself? He hasn't done any extra steps at all to stop me from cheating again.
Why you explain yourself?
I'm not explaining myself. I'm asking you the question.
You haven't denied any allegations to this point.
I don't need to deny it because it's
true.
You know
what I'm saying? You haven't denied any allegations.
On. I had a turbo jets on me.
You don't even want certain media in here to give you the tough questions. You have nobody to give you the tough questions.
And there's nobody in here that can ask me a tough question.
So when it's like
you're in denial and you're getting knocked out.
Let's make it happen.
And you're going to retire. Retire.
You don't know nothing about knocking no one out. You don't have knockout power.
Your legacy's in bits.
Even in my worst times, you still hit like a bitch. I didn't feel nothing.
No one's even believed you.
I didn't feel anything. People wondering why I kept getting up and getting up. Because I didn't feel nothing. You have no power. You're not a knockout artist.
I knocked you out, didn't I, Dosser?
Nah, I went out on my feet.
That's a knockout.
I had a disloyal trainer to throw the towel in. And guess what? When someone throw the towel in, after the boss tell them not to do, the employee get fired.
Yeah, but you said I had knuckle dusters on. JD is in the room while I had the fucking guts on. Why didn't he say something then? He's in on it too.
Don't worry about him.
He's in on it.
Don't worry about him. I handle my team.
Behind you.
I handle my team.
He's
You
in on
handle
it too.
yours like you handle yours.
You're a weak man. You get knocked out.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm not the one that defended my title 10 times. I go down in history as 6. How many times have you defended?
Like you. Dossers like you.
I don't have to cheat.
I don't need to.
I've never had to cheat in years.
I've come here.
If you look up your history and you look up my history, which I advise everyone to do their homework.
On a training day.
You look up you and you look up me. I'm a nun in this sport, baby.
You ain't
I don't have to cheat.
You will only
I don't have to eat more meat. I don't have to stick shit up my ass to make me feel a certain type of way. I don't have to use certain things. I don't have to manipulate my gloves. I don't have to do those things.
You have to do it all.
So at night when I look into the mirror,
you're being trained by a loser, so that makes 2 losers. And you're going to get knocked out on Saturday night. No problem. I don't feel you because you're a
and if I don't step another glove under my life, I'm good. That's the difference between me and you. I don't have to fight another damn out.
Doesn't matter. I'm good. Because your legacy's already finished.
I'm good.
All the excuses.
I'm good. How can you say the same thing?
You've been done. Finished.
Can you say the same thing?
You've been beat. You've been humiliated, and you've been busted.
And let's get ready.
End of. And And that's it. And there's no one in
Nervous
here
energy.
can accept the fact that this little pussy got his ass handed to him, not once, but twice, and he can't do nothing about it!
I accepted the
Because he ain't fucking man enough!
I accepted
That's why!
it. I accept. Look.
Tell him what to say, Shelley, come on. Tell him what to say, it's
When
fine.
I was in the condition I was in, I could have stopped the fight. I could have went back to my corner, but you know what? I'm a king. I'm a warrior. I accepted the opportunity. I accepted what I was going through to still fight you.
Yeah, you look like a dosser.
I still accepted it, and you still couldn't knock me out. You still couldn't do that. But guess what? If the roles were reversed and you was in the situation I was in, they would have called 911.
Your trainer, JD,
Someone please call
he done you a
911.
favor, Mark Braylon. He saved your life that night.
Don't know.
You didn't want to sack him. You wanted to give him a pay rise. A pay rise.
Give me one
So why is he terminated?
He needed a
If he
pay
said,
rise. He saved
I'm
your
willing to
life.
die in the ring.
I don't know how wise this is, but we are
I'm
going to
willing
ask
to die in
you
the
to
ring,
face
so
off
it ain't no
because we're running
saving
out
my
of
life.
time.
That's
on the
why I
live
do
show.
the things.
Tyson,
That's why I do the things outside of the ring. And my
Tyson.
family have an understanding. My children have an understanding that daddy has a dangerous job. There's no other sport in this world that have collected as many lives as boxing.
Amen
so
to
I
that.
understand what I'm going through.
And we
So
respect both of you for those reasons. Can I ask both of you
I don't respect
to
him. I
stand
think
up?
he's a bum.
Deontay, will you do us a favor? Can you
Bundosser.
stand up? We're going to do a face-off
Actually,
one
he's a
final
big
time. We have a
bundosser.
huge show coming up for you on Saturday night. Massive respect. No, we're not going to do. I apologize. No. Baron says no.
Not a good idea.
Baron says no. All right, we're going to leave it there. Listen, we do have a television show still coming up. Deontay, I appreciate you. Thank you very much, sir. It's good to see you. God bless you.
Hell yeah.
Tyson, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. It was good to see you, mate. I appreciate you. Thank you. Have a good one. Appreciate it. That is the end of the show, everybody. Listen, we are going to send you back up to Andre Ward and Sean Porter, who are standing by, going to continue to give some analysis and everything that we just saw. Appreciate you all joining us, and stick with us for the rest of the television show. Thanks a lot.
The big boss is getting annihilated.
No face off? That,
Like that. So they would have done it if they exploded. Not even a question. And the problem is, there's no security. There's no security. And they agreed before they wouldn't have to face. They wouldn't.
Excuse me, can I just make a don't worry about it. Hey,
Control them so that they don't do something like that. Now, you know that if they had done a face-off here, they would have shoved each other. And there was no security up there. There was this broad egging them on, you know, who because she's with Fox, she was totally prejudiced, but of course, Tyson wouldn't let her get away, towards Deontay Wilder. That's okay. And who was going to stop anything?
With everything on the line, you think they still would have risked messing
But again, they're emotional. They're fighters. They're human beings. And they've insulted each other in front of the world. Insulted, saying the worst things about each other, which is acceptable. Words don't do any damage. Now you put them together like they're angry dogs. And you want them, everybody is wishing that somebody starts something.
They were kind of words like Frank used to say about you.
Yeah, right.
But the question is, Bob, people will wonder, well, why wasn't there security on the stage just in case something did happen?
Because Fox ran this event, and they were supposed to. Of course, you should have had security. Of course, but PBC did their job. They were arguing with Fox, no face-off, get security. They understand they're boxing people. These friggin' people from Fox, they don't know crap. They bring this woman in from the UK, and she's she's slanting all the press conference to Wilder. Like, I don't give a damn, but it's obvious that that's what she was doing. And then she knew that the understanding was no face-off. Tom Brown argued with Fox, no face-off. We said no face-off. And what does she say?
Face-off.
Now we're going to do a face-off. Fuck her and fuck them. There was no face-off, and we saved the fight.
Hey, Bob.
Because somebody
You've had
would get
Tyson on Top Rank for about 30 months now.
Yeah.
How has it gone compared to what you thought when you first made the deal with Frank to work with Tyson?
You know, again, I had seen all kinds of fighters, all kinds of personalities. And at first, I had no idea what Tyson was about. And the first time we met was in a restaurant in the town that he comes from, Manchester. And I got to know him, and, you know, one step at a time. And now we've created a bond because I understand him. He is highly intelligent. He really is. He knows a lot about a lot of things. He's taught me a lot, particularly about the Gypsy Nation, which I'm curious about it, and I'm interested in. And he's a pleasure to be with. He really is. Now, again, I've had guys like that, but they're different. But the closest that I've had, as far as communication, not what he meant to the world, was Ali. Right. Because Ali would also, you know, express himself and say things, but you could have a great conversation.
Frank, you hear Bob say that, you know, and he compares him to Ali, at least in the way he promotes the fight. How, you know, you've known Tyson longer than Bob has. Have you seen those traits in him before? And do you think that's an over-exaggeration to kind of make that comparison?
I think, you know, after he had his problems, he's come back. I think he's learned a lot from being in the depths of despair, suicidal, to come back from all of that. He's shown that he's human like a lot of people. He's had to face up with things that everyday people have to face up to. And he's come through it. I think he's very philosophical about it. He's very mature. But at the end of the day, he's a fantastic boxer. I mean, he is a great boxer up the top, and then he's got a great boxing brain. Everything about him is, I think, is super. And you look at this today. I mean, if it weren't for him, there would have been a press conference. Everything emanates from him. He brings something to the table. He sells the fight. You know, he sold the first fight, he sold the second fight. It's Tyson Fury who sold those fights. And he's a promoter's dream, there's no doubt about it. And also, as Bob says, he's highly intelligent. You can have a conversation about it.
And the one thing I obviously wasn't there for that, and I knew about it because I had heard about it, but I didn't realize the depth of it was that mental health problem that he had. But Frank was there and understands it. I mean, that's something that really, thankfully, a lot of us are never aware of with our family, with ourselves. But the mental health problems and the despair that people can experience is frightening.
I want to ask both of you on just a different topic. You know, with Joshua losing to Usyk, how much money do you think that costs? You can make that fight again at some point, and it'll be a big fight, but maybe not the same as if it had been before. How much financially do you think that'll be a hit?
I think it's still a major fight, a very big fight in the UK, no doubt about it. Yeah. Is it a big fight in, you know, we had all these offers coming in from various places around the world, Middle East and so forth. They were willing to put up a huge site. It's still a massive fight in the UK. I think there's still an audience for that. It is what it is, but I think the Usyk fight's a big fight now. Usyk came through and he looked good, and he fought in front of a big crowd at Wembley. People know who he is. And I think people will buy into that fight. They're similar styles.
And it will be the most hilarious promotion. It'll be one of the greatest promotions of all time, Usyk and Tyson Fury, because Usyk hasn't come across yet to the public, but I know him very well because he's such a close friend of Lomachenko, and he is a really hilariously funny guy. He's very intelligent, a personality like just takes over a room. So with Tyson and him, I mean, it'll be
Well, they are
nonstop.
similar because they've both gone into each time. Tyson went to Germany, beat Klitschko, came here, and beat the American guy twice. Usyk's done the same thing, always on the road. So they're road warriors. You know, they don't care where they fight. Be a magnificent fight.
So,
Be a great fight.
so where would the fight take place then, since they go everywhere?
What's going on with the Teofimo Kambosos fight?
What?
Teofimo.
What the IBF finally has ruled that Triller is in default. So the 1.2 million goes to the two fighters in accordance with their percentage, and under the rules of the IBF, the second bidder was Matchroom. And I just got off the phone with Eddie, and he said definitely he's going to do that fight in the United States in November or December. So at least, I mean, this is like, for me, you talk about disappointment. I mean, here's a kid in Teofimo who wins a fight that nobody expected him to win, and he is on top of the world, and he hasn't fought for over a year. I mean, that's a criminal thing.
It wouldn't have won the first bid if you would have paid him what he was looking for.
Shut the fuck up, you little prick.
Yeah?
Yeah, prick.
Go ahead.
Come on, get him out of here.
Okay, you're getting out of
Yeah,
here.
move him out of here, Darren.
Bob, if they faced off today, what do you think would have happened if Fury and Wilder had a face off?
What?
If they did face off?
I don't know. I mean, maybe nothing. But the chances of something happening and upsetting the fight where everybody has worked extraordinarily hard to put it together, the PBC people, ourselves, the fighters, it would have been a tragedy. So why take that risk? Why? To entertain the circus?
Bob, you can't get, I'm sorry, you can't get the Brits here for the fight, right? So I noticed there's a lot of tickets still available. For this fight, I mean, you and I talked before the last fight, you thought it was going to do 2 million, it didn't do that number. Why hasn't it resonated with the public, given you have two big, giant guys who are big personalities?
Well, first of all, as far as the tickets, yeah.
Well, I know for this one,
Ticket sales have been very, very good. But look out, walk around town. Where are the Brits? Biden has kept them out. Right?
They restricted.
They pulled the travel ban starting November 1st. That don't help the fight, right?
Right.
That's why you don't have the same type of buzz. But I think the pay-per-view is doing better than it did.
And how will it do in the UK pay-per-view wise? You know,
I believe it'll do well.
They're going to support Tyson.
It should do good numbers. They're been really well publicised, and there's been there's a lot of uncertainty about this fight because Tyson has everything to lose and nothing to gain.
Right.
For me, he's beaten him, well beaten him twice. Robbed the first time, and obviously took him to school the second time. But everything's on the line for Tyson, and he can't afford to be complacent. I expect him to win, I expect him to stop him, but he cannot afford to be complacent. It's going to be interesting to see what this guy does. Because for me, he can only do one thing to win this fight, that's to come out, stand his ground and throw bombs. He ain't going to outbox him, that's the only chance. And if he does that, you're going to get an unbelievable shootout between the two.
Bob, what do you think of the exchange? The last 5 minutes of the press conference were the most exciting, and they were actually going back and forth.
Yeah, that they said things that really were antagonistic to each other. But words are words. They don't harm anybody. Physical contact, punches can harm somebody. So that's why, particularly with the animosity and what they were saying to each other, right? Certainly they're human beings, and each of them are affected by what the other guy is saying. And if you put them together like two dogs, something bad is going to happen. You know, maybe it doesn't, but why take that chance?
Thank you, Bob. Thanks, Frank.
Tomorrow we're going to meet all the undercard. That's very exciting for this fight. I'm excited for the undercard, Bob. What do you think?
The undercard is the massive undercard.
It was supposed to be that the winner of this fight yeah, the winner of that would be the king of boxing. How does it feel?
Ring the WBC. Can't beat that. Undefeated heavyweight champion of the world. Me.
By winning this fight.
The undisputed king of boxing. Already. Don't need to win another fight to prove it. I'm already that man.
What do you make of him saying the whole eye for an eye thing? And does it get you thinking like, okay, what is he up to?
Well, says he's a religious man. He's doing all this football. You have heard it says, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. I tell you, if anyone should strike you on the left cheek, turn also to the right cheek, strike that also. I don't believe in an eye for an eye. That's dumb.
What kind of difference do you think? About how you dominated him in the first fight, you totally destroyed him in the second fight. How do you stay motivated then when you feel like you beat him so easily?
I'm motivated. I'm getting paid a lot of money to be here. And I'm getting another person on my record. As far as I see it, I'm doing what I love to do. Give me props, you got can't get better than that. Really happy.
And is your plan then to, we all didn't believe you when you said, I'm going right out in the ring after you boxed in the first fight. Is your plan still straight ahead?
Find out on Saturday night. Find out Saturday night.
What kind of changes do you expect maybe Scott to bring out of
I don't care. Malik's got one he's always good, and one Deontay Wilder don't respect him because he's already knocked him out 37. How's he going to take notes of a man that he's already knocked out? It's like me, getting some guy who knocked out one round and saying, you know what, guy, please say it because you can teach me. I knocked him out in 10 seconds. That's just not relevant.
Tyson, what about, Angelo Dundee never boxed before, so there's that, that rebuttal to it that, just because the guy got knocked out the first round doesn't mean he can't train extremely well. What do you think of Tyson?
Putting on more muscle, do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it's a disadvantage coming into this fight? What do you think?
I don't make anything. He's 200 pounds. And he's heavyweight. Whatever weight comes in at, it's very unimportant. Weight doesn't matter.
Are you okay with the WBC decision that you'll have to fight Dillian White, Otto Bell, if you can't make the
That's something that I've not been told or even interested in. I've got Deontay Wilder to deal with first. And then me, the team, the rest will all sit down.
You've had a couple of bumps in the road. Obviously, you had COVID, and then you mentioned your daughter. Thank God she's okay now. But is that any detriment?
Tyson, what's your response to Deontay seeming to think you had nervous energy, maybe because pacing around wouldn't take the seat? What's your response to that, Tyson?
What I mean is he ran off the stage, didn't want to face him.
Yeah, were you disappointed that there was no face-off, Tyson?
Not disappointed, just expected.
How influential has Emmanuel Stewart and Sugar Hill been? I know there's a documentary about the Fury DNA, but do you feel like you're at your peak when you're training in the American boxing school?
For sure. Emmanuel Stewart, Sugar Hill, the best trainers I've ever been to. And I'm being taught by the best. I don't think I can get better teachers than Sugar. One thing that Sugar is, he's not a boxing trainer, he's a boxing teacher. And it's a massive thing. Today's fighters who don't understand the difference between a boxing teacher and a boxing trainer. Sugar's definitely a teacher. I'm very happy to play with him.
You said you're king of boxing. Now that you have this and basically fast closing, what can you do with your voice to elevate the sport, elevate who you are?
Just keep putting on good shows, entertaining, and gaining good fights.
Tyson, Deontay Wilder said when he spoke to us on a Zoom call a few days ago that the delay in the fight from July until now, he felt was beneficial to him, even though he obviously was annoyed at the time because of your COVID situation. Do you view the delay as a positive or a negative?
I don't really see it as a positive or a negative. One, I don't need any more time to go in and fight any other. At the end of the day, I've been training my whole life to do a boxing match, which is 36 minutes or 11 minutes rest. And if I couldn't do that, sat on my ass, just coming off the sofa, then I'd be very disappointed because, if I've been a mechanic, an aeroplane mechanic on these engines 30, 40 years, and I don't feel great today, so I can't fix it anything. That don't I can box 4 rounds, even when I'm 350 pounds.
There must have been some disappointment though 2 weeks before the fight, though. No,
Obviously, it's disappointing. I geared up, I was ready for a fight. Shit happens and it's not the end of the world. Worst things have happened, that's it. That's for sure.
And Tyson, just to get technical for a second, how important are those feints that you have to winning Saturday night?
It's not important. The most important thing is that the face. Bang!
Tyson, do you feel that this could be more competitive in the second fight?
I don't know. The answer to that question is not really there. We'll find out Saturday night. Thank you guys all about it. Thank you.
You want to go now or no?
Let me
I was going to go Uber.
Can I just ask a couple quick questions just in regards?
I'll catch you later.
Absolutely.
Okay, good seeing you. Yeah, thanks.
Hey, how's it going, Mauricio?
Fine, you?
I'm great. This is a huge fight. You know, the WBC heavyweight title's on the line. How excited are you to see it being represented at the biggest stage?
Well, it's a great moment. The last big event in the world was Fury Wilder 2.
Yeah.
Before the pandemic changed our world. Now to see it back again, full stadium, is going to be a sensational moment. You can feel the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Growing and growing, and it's only Wednesday.
Now, obviously, they're talking about after this fight, you know, the trilogy's done. And I know there's been like, you know, who's next? Who'll be the next mandatory? Have you guys figured it out with, is it the Dillian White and Otto Wallin fight that more likely be next up?
We have made a statement today. The winner of Saturday night, he will have 1 month to try to secure a unification for the undisputed. If they cannot do that unification, then the mandatory will come next. Dillian White is fighting on the 30th, so he's an interim champion, and we'll see what happens.
And when you meant like a month, like because there's a rematch with the Joshua and Usyk, it's just a month to negotiate like the next fight, or just possible?
No. If they can secure, we don't know about any other contracts. We just leave open the opportunity.
So just 1 month. So if they by any chance do a rematch, then that automatically removes the possibility. Oh, okay.
Yes.
And I guess going to the other WBCs, you know, I know Ryan Garcia is more likely going to be fighting for the Eliminator. Is that going to be more likely Devin Haney's the winner of whatever?
The winner of Jojo and Ryan will be mandatory for Devin Haney.
And I guess there's confusion sometimes because, like, if Ryan doesn't decide to want to fight Devin Haney, would then that mess up his ranking situation, or would you guys take him out if he doesn't?
Well, he has been having trouble. We supported him.
Of course.
He's back. He's ready to fight. So we did order him. He was the interim champion before. He's going to fight Jojo Diaz. And then the winner is to fight the champion. If whoever does not want to fight, then they will lose their standing.
And with a couple of the franchise champions that are, like with the Strada being the newest one added to it, is there the goal to get a franchise champion in kind of each division?
No. It's a very limited designation, only to very specific cases. We have Canelo, who started 3 years ago, so it's very limited, and there's no way that will be done for all the divisions.
And I guess my last question is, because of the huge, amazing fight you have coming up with your belt line with the Canelo and Caleb Plant, with that, if Canelo wins, would he more likely get a franchise situation for 168, seeing that
he's already franchised
at 160?
He opted to follow the regular championship and to unify the whole division. So we'll see what happens after that fight.
Awesome. Appreciate it. Thanks for giving some time.
Thank you.
All right, let's see. Who can I sneak in for you guys? I think I might see one more or two. Interesting press conference. No face-off. Do you guys think it would have got out of hand if they actually would have? Here's Malik over here. Is that Ken? Oh, snap. What's up? What's up? Just want to say what up. I'll be back over.
Get sending.
Okay, go ahead. I'm
You know, because I do like right here.
let me go see. I think she's up here, yeah.
No, I live in Vegas.
Yeah. All right. I'm keeping an eye.
Through the conversation, you can kind of tell.
Before you write anything about Ali, you have to watch that.
I have a question.
I think the Fury stuff. The Fury and press conference.
Yes, yes, because he came back to Louisville.
Yeah.
And he was big parade and everything. And then he went to a store which had a lunch counter. And sat down to get a sandwich. And they wouldn't serve him because in those days in Louisville and the rest of the South, they wouldn't serve black people in the restaurant. So he was so disappointed and so chagrined that he took the gold medal off and threw it in the river.
True or not?
I know for sure it's true. It is true. For sure it was true. He told me himself.
Yeah. No. I didn't see it all the last episode. Yeah, so I was like,
Let me see. My bad. You're fine. Is it a banging noise? I have no idea. Oh, it could be. I'm gonna hold on to it. I think I have this little piece hanging off. I'm gonna see if I can get her about Bob's reaction. Oh, you know what? I think the banger was me hitting my monopod on the floor. I only see Malik and Kate left, I think. Da-na-na.
Yeah, go, man.
Hey, quick question. Are you guys still filming up there, or are you just
They're done. We're off the air.
Okay. I was gonna see. Would it be okay if I go up there and see if I can ask Kate? I don't want to walk up here. I just want to see if there's any. Give it
What she's doing.
She's talking up there.
She's still up there?
Yeah.
Wait till she comes down.
Just come down.
Yeah,
Okay.
she might be doing other stuff.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, it's been a while. So I was on that team. Albert? Lock Albert?
Yeah, I was gonna say this is a long time. Still not quite lined up. See it in there?
I don't care. I mean, as long as it works.
What? Why?
He said fuck her. He said you were slandering because we got off the He literally asked me to answer to all his claims and shit. Nobody is called about him.
Could I do a walk and talk? By any chance?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bob did. I just wanted just to kind of.
She hasn't even seen it yet.
I just.
I've not seen it.
You-
I don't want to respond though. That's okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Appreciate it though. All right, I'm going to Malik. All right. You gonna get Malik after?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got time. He's got time.
Yeah.
Hey, your shit is going viral right now. Into boxing.
Huh?
Your shit's going into boxing.
Yeah, I tried. I mean, she kind of gave a response. Didn't want a response because she didn't hear it. So she'll hear it, and you know.
Together. Okay. Yeah.
Andy get his off, and then we'll still try and do this phone calls, and then that way we can move the line.
I'll let Steve fire off most of the questions. You know. I mean, I was sitting here, but I don't think it counts as standing.
All right, so we're gonna wait for Malik Scott. So I don't know. Just some people over here that's going back and forth and switching on Wilder picks. You know, first they were saying he's going to lose, and now they're going to say he's going to win. Real interesting.
They dipped, so it's not like I missed it.
No, I wasn't even.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw Sean and Dre up there, and then I should have
I'll get
peeled
Sean.
off. We'll get Dre too.
Yeah. Are we live? We live?
Hey, your quotes, Sean.
How you been, man?
Good.
Been keeping you busy, huh?
Yeah, I know. I mean, I knocked that out. Reminder, but yeah, just had to knock it out Tuesday. You know?
You did your thing.
Later?
Yeah, hopefully. Sean, what are you doing later, man?
Find some time, let's do it.
Yeah, at some point, yeah.
That's a good one.
I mean, that's the only thing I want to ask. Like, I can lead off and you guys can shoot away.
Good.
Okay, you need a candidate? You need a better shot? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. You were perfectly fine. Just stand right here. Your brown bag? Man, you are brave. I keep this backpack on my back.
showed tons of humility. I'm always impressed with humility. In the ring, I'm always impressed with humbleness when I see it in the ring. Everybody think humbleness is. You ever notice something like that? They're fighting. What about when you fight? You show an arrogance. And then after the fight, you see the humbleness. Where's the humbleness that Floyd Mayweather showed in the ring? Where's the humbleness while you're fighting? And does humbleness mean being nice? No, humbleness means treating your opposition accordingly. Roy Jones had an incredible level. Sometimes you gotta say, you got a good left hook. My defensive left hook just got that much better. That's being humble. You know what I'm trying to say? You got a great right hand. My defense today just got that much better. That's being humble. That's showing Deontay has done that so many times. It's a guy we use in the stepping show. In my opinion, he's one of the best prospects of great. Fights, crafty, from the ball. He doesn't have a great machine, but his dude is a sharpshooter. He makes Deontay pay. Deontay overcommits at times. And Deontay, everything Deontay do to show when he have great days in this show is because he's doing everything in a good system. He's not he's treating the show accordingly. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you gotta treat your opponent accordingly. If I know you're gonna jab and not jab, that means I gotta have my head off the line when you jab. So your jab over here, my range. I can't have so much of a big ego that I'm saying I'm so tough that I'm gonna jab when he jab. And a lot of that, you ever see, look at some of the sparring videos that go on. You see guys literally, he have his hands up, and it's a Dixon contest. You go, I go, and then they'll post that. Like this kind of shit doesn't even post. Like that is like great. No one wants to step around. No one wants to sit because if it don't look fancy, it seems like it's like in the drill. A lot of things I do with Deontay is very boring. But why do I drill? Because if you can consistently being bored, that's building. That's what I'm trying to say. That helps with the focus. So it's just good. I can't wait for you guys to see it. And if it doesn't happen in the rounds, you're gonna predict it. Then Tyson Fury just get beat up. It's either way.
Looked like they talked it out. He said, someone asked him the flaws that he put on Tyson. I'm a gentleman that said this now. I think people in chat, then you start seeing so many guys do this. Clinches. Mike would allow you to do clinches. Mike he wasn't very violent in the clinches. Someone grabbed him. Why do you think guys like James, Precious Smith, Mitch, these guys were going to make 20 but they already knew on. So make a sound with me. And I
I can hold it. And Mike literally would just do this.
It's not happening.
You cannot do that. Now imagine if Mike was violent right there. Going Pressure Smith don't want to be close to that. Tony said they don't want to go in there and grab. You have to give people a reason.
No, I don't know enough about it. She was pissed off and she should.
You have to be very violent. Somebody wants to get close to you, they want to make it physical. Be physical. That's not a word. I just made that. Be more physical. Like you just can't make like silent games and stuff like that. You gotta be physical. You do that. So if he wants to do that, and he's adamant about coming forward, he's adamant of it being a war. He's gonna find out very, very early in the fight. This is not that type of fight. This is not technical. It's just not. It's coming in good weight. And this thing where, because it's almost like the statement, this is not a bodybuilding contest. It only gets said, so that's what look good. People that all look good, we don't say that. You see how I threw myself on these weak. When I got the dad bod like a mug. So yeah. You good, bro? One last between 230 and 240. So like it's 231, I think. I don't really know what it was, but the weight's gonna be soon. He's gonna be soon. He's firing on me, so just thank your time. I appreciate it. It's good, bro. I got it. I got you, brother.
Thanks, man.
You texting? Yeah, man. Sorry, bro.
How are you, man?
What do you want to because you at the gym or no?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So I'll just message you and and
so
then.
we do one now, and then we get one on.
Okay. So I'll just text you. So how long? About half an hour, please?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Whatever they need, I'll do. I haven't talked to him since.
So shall I put your number? I'll put my leads. This is Andy Paul, in association with Betfred. I'm Dr. Malik Scott, trainer to Deontay Wilder ahead of his trilogy bout with Tyson Fury. First and foremost, Malik, how are you?
And what I did in this training camp, I just went to his toolbox and made sure that we brought out all of his tools.
Let's just start off when you two linked up, what in particular most impressed you about Deontay, and what did you think you didn't actually need to bring out of him?
You don't have to bring out Jordan. You don't have to soul search a fighter like Deontay Wilder. There's a lot of fighters you have to you have to put in the soul search machines. You don't have to do that with Deontay. He wants it. He wants to know how to train. He wants to be the man that he wants. So that's the thing. I would say that I thought is slowing him down to do things correct and not being in a rush to sometimes like you gotta like you gotta fast, and sometimes you'll miss the technique so fast. So this time for Deontay doing something real simple. That's too fast. I want you moving at molasses pace. Slow it down more. Because it's almost like Joe Goose. He always took me. Joe Goose gave me this quote. He said, when boxing, it's always good for fighters to don't be in a rush, be in a hurry. Because being in a rush, you'll forget things. Being in a hurry, you'll make sure you're moving at a fast, suitable pace. But don't be in a rush. And I was a little bit worried that a lot of times he would be in a rush. And there was times when he was in a rush. And that's why he got guys like John House to slow him down.
When fighting comes, when he enters the ring, when him and Tyson exchange, when Tyson lands him for the first time, are there any concerns that maybe Deontay might revert back to his style of ball?
So we'll say this. That's a good question. And I like to give up examples. So we'll say his mission that he brought up with TS first fight was to settle with TS up on himself, make him reach and eventually make him pay. He got hurt with TS. He stuck to the game plan after he got himself together. His mission was to see him destroy against Eric Malik. He got hurt, he stuck to his game plan and see him destroy. So I'm trying to think that's answering that question.
Yeah, we just lined up waiting to get some Malik doing a one-on-one, so.
So then the question would be, if he's gonna get off his toes from somebody, I don't have him doing it. This whole thing, like if he is more
Yeah, you're not gonna. If you guys aren't gonna hear anything, it's he's doing a one-on-one with another outlet, so we're waiting in line to get Malik. So be patient. Appreciate you guys. We don't want to.
How are you expecting the fight to play out on Saturday night when Deontay's in there and Deontay's spoken open, he wants to be aggressive, he expects to knock out Deontay. I know Deontay shares the same values. Is this one which plays out similar to the second fight in terms of toys looking forward, but obviously different from your perspective with Deontay now, the fight ready for him?
I just think the fight is going to play out. We have our game. Tyson has his game. I truly believe Deontay is everything he's shown me in training camp. I just don't think whatever Tyson do, it won't fucking matter. Like, that's like so cliche to say, and coming up here, Trina say that all the time. We're not worried about the other guy. We're worried about us. But that's how I feel results. Because I know, you got to realize, and it coming from me, it's because, like, Tyson Fury is the only thing that's been in the last few months. Before that, he was fighting. Before that, I was on his phone. So it's like, I know what he can come up. Well, his best thing I do is my job is to make sure the fighter is ready. So however the fight situation play out, but I would just want not to especially now because they can't come over very much.
Deontay was very calm up on the stage today. He took him maybe that last 4 or 5 minutes. He tried to get underneath his skin.
Oh, yeah.
Did Tyson get underneath his skin?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I think that's been one of the most security things now campus for that nonsense. I think like Deontay's at a point where it's so wrong for him to get this done.
Yeah, I've asked some people about it, so I want to come from that.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
Tyson's Deontay's made allegations against Tyson from the second fight. Do you yourself believe any of those as well?
I believe you have the right to think that. Because, I mean, you're looking at a person that have a history of shit like that. I mean, you look at the Christian Hammer fight, they fucking tampering with gloves. Like, they tampering with gloves and acting like the victim. Say him and Anthony Joshua has a fight, and literally 11 hours later, holding up the fight. We literally talking about it. But how do I keep it in perspective? Because this is someone that tells us he had issues. He tells us he have a problem. I'm in this stable. I'm in this movie. Then when he act like that, everybody like, why did he lie? He's telling y'all he a liar. This is the uncommon sense of human being. That's why I'm just not surprised about anything that dude say you do. I don't take shit from him serious besides his skill set. That's it. And that's because I've seen it being in there with him and I see him do it on other opponents. That's it. Anything else, I don't like. It's just never no telling, man. It's never no telling.
Final thing for me, because I have a few for me. What does Deontay Wilder see when he looks at Tyson Fury?
I would say he thinks very violent. Very, very violent. And he thinks, right? Yeah, very violent.
Malik, I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Hey Malik. Oh, what are you doing now? Okay. Yep, let's go. Can I just, while we're walking, just walk and talk?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Hey Malik,
we going.
Yep, we're going over here.
My bad, I gotta get out. Okay, my bad. I just gotta fix it. Just gotta fix it. No, we do. Slowly but surely.
Hell yeah, man.
Man, this is Deontay said he sensed nervous energy up there on the stage. Tyson pacing around. Didn't sit today. Did you feel the same thing? Tyson, yes.
He may have nervous energy. I don't think whatever kind of energy he has, it won't matter come on Saturday night. Because he's going to have to be very alert. He's going to have to be on his game. He's going to have to be on point. He got a lot to deal with on Saturday. He's dealing with somebody that really is trying to not punch at him, punch through him. So, that's he's gonna have to deal with that onslaught. Deontay is one of those fighters, like I said before. He's not punching at the target. He's punching through it. He's trying to send you to the next dimension. And this is why a fighter that punches like this and talks like this, and he have intent like this, he don't mind saying he's ready to go out on his shield because he know what he's trying to do to you. That's his way of telling you, so you better be trying to do that to me. He don't have no mercy in his heart when it comes to boxing. He's just one of them individuals. Outside the ring, he'll love and kiss you, beat that buddy, everything. But in that ring, he just know how to go into that zone. He's trying to punch through you and send you to somewhere you never been before, like another dimension. So you got, I advise like any heavyweight, like I said before, don't fuck around when you box. I even tell the guys that sparring him, don't go in there playing, because he's not playing. He is not playing. Even with 18, 20 ounce gloves on, I've seen him do horrific things to human beings. And I would never say their names.
Just speaking about sport.
But horrific things to human beings.
Like hospital? Like ER?
Bro, I wouldn't. Listen, guys, a lot of this stuff, people say things and it's like propaganda, and I get that. I've never seen, I'm going to say this, I've been in, you guys know I've been in training camps all my life and stuff like that, right? I've never seen no one with 18, 20 ounce gloves on do to men what Deontay do to them. It's barely you see this stuff with 8 and 10 ounce gloves on, what he do with 18 and 20 ounce gloves on. I'm talking into people that can fight. He's a very serious puncher. He's a very serious individual. He's in a very serious, violent mode right now. And, the chips is all going to fall in his place on Saturday. And I believe he's going to do it in a very, very grand fashion. He's going to pass whatever test people have for him with flying colors.
What was the key to adding to his skill set, the same skill set that he trusted pretty much his whole career to get him to win him championships? And what was the key to getting him to trust your system?
It was easy because even though Deontay is a pure puncher and a knockout artist, what he is at the same time, to get those knockouts, he's very patient. And to be very patient, that's a skill set in having patience. Deontay always knew what type of, let's say, detailed boxer type of guy, technicality type of guy that I am. So he felt as though, and I felt as though too, that it would add on to his repertoire, hiring me. It would add in so many ways, so many ways. Some people say, they call me a hype man. We're gonna fix all that. I'm Deontay Wilder's hype man. I'm Deontay Wilder's head trainer. I'm Deontay Wilder's spiritual lifter. I am the voice of Deontay Wilder when he don't feel like talking. Deontay Wilder's my brother. Label that whatever you want. If you guys see me training fighters in the future, when I train a fighter, it's me and my fighter against the fucking world. I am a hype man for my people. My people is whoever it is on my side. I am everything for people that, especially my brothers that box, because I know what it takes to get in there. A young lady just lost her life the other day in the ring. She had no clue that was going to happen. So it's me and Deontay and our team against them. Sugar Hill is one of the guys I respect, but it's like we're not talking to each other because it's a silent agreement of this is war. You get what I'm saying? That's just what it is. And real soldiers and war and people that's really into this, they know what that. It's not even took personal. It's we treat each other accordingly. If I'm in a fighter's corner, man, it's fuck you. If you're fighting my guy, and it's fuck your people. And if don't nobody like it, if y'all see me somewhere y'all want to, that's how it's just going to be. Because this sport is. I watch people literally die in this sport. The amateur kid, he was talking to his girlfriend on the phone. See you when I get home tomorrow, baby. He go home and die in the ring. That was his last conversation. Like, you know what I mean? So I have a real understanding for Deontay when it comes to the violent mentality. And it's real peculiar too, man, because even when I'm boxing, my intent is not Deontay's intent. I'm cool with beating somebody up, being flashy on, showing some slick shit, winning them. Yeah, I get it to see. But when it comes, that's how you know, like, energy is everything. because I knew the mission Deontay was going to be on for this fight, and I automatically was in that mode too. Especially, I'm looking at my brother with a dent in his head. You know what I mean? And his allegations of metal going against his head, and it's a real dent. I never seen it. I'm looking at like, hold on, this shit is crazy. You know, and so I'm just all for it, man. I like Deontay being very violent.
When you were sparring with him, some people were saying that you threw up a little bit. Is that true? Or?
No. He hit me at the same time with the liver, with the shield, but I was burping at the same time.
Okay.
I was burping. So when I drank the water, I was burping. It wasn't like he made me throw up, but from his body shot, while I was burping, did make it come up.
You couldn't drink the water.
Yeah, it was good though.
Malik, speaking of body shots, we see a lot of that in the videos that he's released with, obviously with you with the pad on. You talked earlier about also like slipping the left hook going under because Tyson's a taller guy. Do you feel that's is that like a good strategy going into that? Because talking to Tyson, he was saying going to body shot just kind of leaves his head open more, or is that just maybe a strategy of what you guys put out to the media? Obviously, you
big men don't go to the body. Why not? Can somebody tell me why big guys don't go to the body? Opens them up. Yeah, they feel as though it opens them up. But why do it open them up? Because you're not putting no decoys behind it. You're not dressing the body shot up before you throw it if you're a tall guy. I told one of the guys, you guys, just 5-10 minutes ago, Tommy Hearns was a very long guy. He threw incredible body shots against shorter opponents. How was he able to do that? Because he would decorate the body shot first. He would dress the body shot up first. You got to feint. My system and my mindset work like this with boxing. Boxing doesn't go like this to me. Boxing goes like this. It's not parallel. That's how boxing goes. So it's almost like if I'm looking at your head, I'm really thinking about your belly button. If I throw a 1-2-3 at your head, I'm really using the left hook to your head as not an intentional shot. That right there is the momentum to give me the liver shot. I'm dressing you up to go downstairs. I'm dressing you up downstairs to go upstairs, especially if I'm tall, because if you're tall, you kind of expose yourself. Everything has to be done with intent. If Tommy Hearns, if Lennox Lewis, if Vitaly Klitschko is probably one of the most underrated body punchers of all time, and he was a long guy. But he got the body shots in due to how he was like how his body was mechanically set up. Of course, now is he gonna go to the body with the same style that we'll say Joe Frazier would do? No, he don't have that body type. I'm not saying Deontay should be down there giggling like Joe Frazier, but no, you're gonna get that body. Fury was born with a big body for Deontay Wilder to hit. God gave Fury all that body for Deontay to work with, man. We have to hit him to the body. We have to beat him up. Look what God gave us with this dude. A lot of body, and he's gotten bigger too. We take advantage of that, man.
It's gotta be curious, you see what that right hand does up top. It's curious. What would that do down to the body?
Absolutely. So you just got to mix it up a bit.
It's help Deontay break up the disparity, weight disparity, because he's gonna land punches, so Fury can't walk in, and then he can come back and load that right hand.
Right.
So Malik, so obviously you became the new trainer, and Breland was removed because of throwing in the towel. Obviously you guys aren't expecting to lose, but have you guys had a discussion if it did come to that point, or are you guys?
What came to what point?
Is a stop, like a corner stoppage, even?
I would never stop a fight with Deontay Wilder.
So referee stoppage is the only way.
I would never stop a fight with Deontay Wilder in it ever. I don't care. I know what he's trying to do to people, and I know the responsibility that he gave me in the talks that we have over years too. This wasn't that new about him not wanting to train ever throw a title in. Like, this is not somebody that's not trying to send you to the next dimension that's saying that. It's not like he's saying, I could do it to y'all can't do it to me. He's telling you that he's very verbal and transparent about what he's trying to do to people when he's fighting them or when he's hitting them.
Do you guys feel comfortable with the referee that's been picked and in this situation? Because obviously you guys aren't going to ever stop it if it would be a referee stoppage.
Yeah. But, I mean, that's all. Like, that's their business, man. Like, my business is to have Deontay always mentally ready, physically ready, making sure he know that humility and being responsible is a part of having an incredible skill set and keeping your foundation good and not overcommitting and stuff like that. And just being on point and being alert, because there's always something going on in the ring. Even if you think you're out of the reach of a guy, you're always in reach of a guy. I love when I see boxers shadow boxing with serious intent and not just going through the motions, because then I watch them same guys that shadow box with serious intent, they carry into the ring, and then when they in the ring fighting, they're fighting with serious intent. Pernell Whitaker used to shadow box and slip as if punches was really coming. really coming. He wasn't shadow boxing and looking out at the crowd. Hey, you ever see some of these guys be shadow boxing and playing in the gym? This shit's awful. Awful. Like, it's just a going through the motion thing. And then they'll say, hey, somebody record this. They give you 30 seconds of a good shadow box. And then once the dude done recording, they back to talking. Everything to me should be done with intent.
Yeah, and you've been in the gym with tons of people, and obviously Usyk, you congratulated him.
Absolutely.
I know this.
Usyk, very proud of Usyk.
I know this might
Spent a
be.
lot of time with him.
I know this might be maybe people view this as a biased perspective because you work with Wilder. But if Wilder and Usyk fought each other, would it be a one-sided fight, or would it be a competitive fight, or how would you think the fight would be?
It would be a competitive fight as long as it lasts. Because one-sided, I don't. One-sided wouldn't even keep me on point as far as being a head trainer. That's not Bernays Laverne we're fighting. That's not somebody like the brains behind Tyson Fury, Sugar Hill, and the brains behind that whole thing he got going on is what keep me on point and keep me up to 5 a.m. film study. Would keep me on point with Deontay technicalities. Would keep me on point with telling Deontay we always have, because I know what's across the ring. I know what we're dealing with, and I know what I have, and I know who I'm training. So it's like I can't look at. It's impossible for me to look at Usyk as it's an easy fight for Deontay. I'm never going to look at a fight like that. I'll say this: a fight can be as easy as Deontay wanted to make it. I'll say that.
So you're saying sometimes he makes fights a little hard for himself?
I wouldn't. Yeah, definitely. If a fighter's not using all of the tools in his toolbox, at times, yeah, there's a possibility he can make a fight harder. Definitely. But even at times when he would use 2 or 3 tools, it just like I just expect so much out of Deontay because I know what he can do. I see stuff. Like the dude could do so much, man, so much. Like he just do whatever it is he want to do, he can do. It's just all about wanting to do it the right way. It's all about wanting to dress your opponent up the right way. It's all about knowing what you can do and what you can't do. And what you can't do, in my opinion, is constantly use one weapon all the time. When you have a toolbox full of so much stuff, it was my job to bring everything out. I think I did a good job at that. I don't think I'm nowhere near finished with that. This is me and Deontay, first fight together. People are already saying they seeing a difference on pads. So we'll go with humane run with. Everyone look good on pads. No, they don't. That's selective. I don't like choreographic pad work, so that don't look good to me. If you're saying everyone look good on pads, that means you're saying you like choreographed pad. I don't like that shit. I like what Errol Spence and Derek Edwards do. I like the kind of pad work Emmanuel Stewart did. Like, you know what I mean? I like settled, realistic pad work. At times you step it up, but this is not nothing choreographic about that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? That me and Deontay did. So it's just about him staying focused and about like him just staying on point, just staying alert. And I truly believe the fight is as easy or as hard as he wanted to make it.
What was it that Tyson said that got Wilder to react at the end? It seemed Wilder didn't seem to be kind of looking at him. He seemed to be on his phone doing his own thing. But in the end, what was it that you heard that Deontay ended up reacting to Tyson and that kind of had that verbal exchange?
I don't even know.
Tyson asked him why would you change all your trainers up if you felt just to answer to recall what I guess what got Deontay getting back.
Okay. Shocking news, he fired his former trainer. So you might got to get another trainer. That's one. Stardust, you might got to get another trainer. And then I think it had a lot to do with too Deontay being a realist. He have no problem, especially when it comes to this box thing, looking in the mirror. Like, he knew he needed help. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, sometimes you need help. Case in point, I don't think AJ needed a new trainer. I think he need assistance with his trainer. You don't get rid of your trainer, especially somebody that brought you that far and y'all, created together, because no one is seeing AJ need a new trainer when he's knocking out Dylan White, or when he's knocking out these guys, or when he's beating Parker, Klitschko. No one is saying that about his trainer, but the game is designed. And you'll be surprised because it's almost like when a fighter lose, especially if you lose bad or whatever, it's almost like the hawk of other trainers in the world just start coming out of nowhere. I'm like, where the fuck you been at? Like, where you been? And they start coming out of nowhere, and that's because it's the bird feed fest, the opportunity and the months where they come. So a lot of them, they like to tear other trainers down just for a job. Y'all would never hear me say nothing negative about Mark Green like that. Y'all just won't, because Mark paved the way for not just me, for a lot of guys coming. Should he have threw that towel in without no say-so, without checking with Deontay? Fuck no, especially the understanding that they had. But the
No, he was not supposed to do that, but the way he paid and things that he did and stuff like that for boxing, you can't never like erase that. That was done.
You ever think of full circle thing?
I just would never do that, man. I believe I don't want to sound cliche. I believe that we all can eat and stuff like that. I just advise I know y'all hear a lot of good name trainers in the game, and sometimes it's hard, with the cameras to be able to differentiate the real ones from the good. But I'm gonna say this: the faster it's moving, slow that shit down and really look at it. Don't go for that choreographic stuff. Slow that stuff down and look at it. I'm telling you, it's Barry Robinson. If you guys follow me on social media, you guys know I'm a huge advocate for this guy named Barry Robinson from A Million Styles of Boxing. He believed in a lot of the verbiage that I use and come from his system and things that I learned from him. He believed that everything should be done. He's another one. He believed in tons of humility. He believed everything should be done from a systematic base of having a good foundation. Coach Mustafa is also a good one. He's always grinding with his system down there. You got Fred Jenkins Jr. from Philadelphia. He comes from Fred Jenkins, who raised me, David Reed, Zaire Rahim. A lot of in my opinion,
Salas.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just good, man. But a lot of that fast stuff, that choreographic stuff, slow that shit down, and you'll see a lot of faults in that. I see Errol Spence doing the exact same things in the ring that I see him doing on the pads. I swear. I literally see Errol Spence drill on humans, bro. It'd be great. He literally just drilled that with Derek at a nice pace, smooth pace, and literally would do that to a good fighter too. Y'all know I film study and I slow everything down. So we'll say a fight is going like this. By the time I finish film studying, so it's 3 minutes per round, right? My film studies is almost 8.5 minutes a round. I ain't even done with it. And then say if we got 12 rounds, I get me a cigar and get me some wine, boy, it's just over. Like, you know what I mean? I really get into it. That's an event to me.
Bring wifey on the couch.
That's like a 4-hour fight, and it could be an 8-rounder fight too.
That's my club. That's my turn up. That's me getting lit right there. It goes no farther than that. Besides, the naked pictures y'all see with me and Nancy.
Something's last one, man. Just, feints. Usyk. It looked like a big reason he was able to pull that off was his feints. Tyson was able to get Deontay to bite on a lot of feints those first 2 fights. What can we expect to offset that this time?
Against Fury?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, with a guy like Fury, you have to stay alert, and what have to really be on point, your anticipation game, because you know one thing, he's going to feint and he's going to punch. But if you're anticipating ready to come back, or you're anticipating with your own thing, so you're anticipating with a counter punch jab, or you're anticipating with a disengagement, you have to be on high level anticipation with this kind of guy, because even when nothing is going on, Fury's style, I would guarantee you, if you told Fury to walk from here to that gate, he couldn't just walk straight. He's just like that in general. Yes, in general. And when he get in the ring, he's just like that. Like, that's just who he is. So it's good, man.
It has to be Deontay's script.
That's exactly what he's going to do.
Aggressive puncher, you got to dictate the narrative.
Right.
Yeah, let's walk and talk, Malik. Hey, Malik, since you're the big trainer now, I got to get your Canelo Plant, Sean Porter, Crawford breakdowns, because, we want to know what.
Canelo and Plant. Canelo and Plant. I'm on the fence about it, and why? Because I think Plant do a lot of great things in the ring, man. But I just never seen him do that against somebody at the level of Canelo. So if he's able to keep Canelo off and able to stop him from doing a lot of things that Canelo like to do, then he can win the fight. But if I was a betting man and I was going off of resumes on who did what to who, I would probably bet my money on Canelo.
And what about Crawford Porter? Crawford Porter
to me is going to be fight of the year.
Really?
Crawford, yeah.
You think Crawford could stop Porter? Everyone says it's not possible.
Yeah. Oh, okay, baby.
Oh yeah. Do you think it's possible?
Underlooked when it comes to you guys' preparation for this fight, that would really make a difference, and that's important.
If it's underlooked or overlooked, it doesn't matter to me, because I'm a student of this game. What looks good,
Watch it, really.
Okay. As long as Deontay is giving me what I want, that's what I'm fine with. It doesn't matter. People could say, I'm this, I'm that, Deontay is this, Deontay that. I'm sorry that I'm training somebody that knocked me out. I have a close relationship with. But guess what? That doesn't erase their knowledge. That doesn't erase how dynamic Deontay is. And And that right there, you know how to ostracize the opinions of human beings and make you a lot more liberated. So a lot of people like to say, well, Weak Scott seems like you don't care about nothing. No, I do care about shit. I just don't care about what people think about me. There's a lot I care about. That's just not one of them. You know what I mean?
Did you take anything from that Canelo plant presser? Anything to take from that as a fighter with your eyes?
Canelo plant presser.
Oh, that press conference when it popped off. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. And Canelo, that's good. I think that's real big. And what I do like about that is Caleb is not playing the game. Caleb is not playing he's not content game. He's not playing the opponent game. Like, he's willing to disturb Canelo, even if it means him smacking him, getting smacked, or whatever that was. So that's good. And if he's able to implement everything that he's good at doing, like the slick stuff and all of that, and then he's going to give Canelo some issues. But the thing is, when they get into the 7th, 8th, and 9th, 10th round, can he continue to stay alert? Because boxing guys like Canelo, you cannot take your foot off the gas ever. That dude, for him to be his age, he's seen almost every style of boxing and dealt with it. Whether you thought he won fights or not, he's dealt with it. No one has ever just walked through Canelo, like ever. And he's fought good fighters, great fighters. Like, in my opinion, GGZ, basically non-existence is from the 2 fights with Canelo. Like, that comes from that. Now, did he get beat up and destroyed physically? No. But just those 2 fights, the training he put into him, the emotional energy he put into him, the way Canelo handled him, a lot of that make you not want to get up and run. A lot of that make you want to say, shit, another one. Because why isn't these guys busy like that? Like, why? Great fighters just not busy like that. To me, it's just because he really don't have that same urge that he once had. And I grant that to Canelo.
So did you not see a mental energy gain from, slipping the slap, coming back with the 2 feet? Or is that's just FightHype? That's not.
No, I think it's real.
Right.
I think it's real.
I just think it don't have a bearing on FightHype, or it does. Canelo got it.
Yeah, if I was a betting man, I would go with Canelo. But it's all about what Canelo can do. Everything that I know he can do. I just want to see it. See, I never seen him do it with a high level. I've seen Canelo at that level. So you just can't give.
Someone hit the button.
Uh-oh.
Hit the button.
What button? Oh, period,
okay.
Right? Like common sense, right?
Yeah. Hey, Malik, real quick.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh, go ahead. Finish.
And just with Crawford and Porter, man, Porter's he's going to wind up as a big,
I don't know. I mean, I ain't gonna say I don't know.
He said LA.
I mean, if you were training him, what's some of the few things you could share with us that you think he would need? Yeah.
What I really think is, his training is his dad.
Yep.
His dad is not motivated as a man's man. His dad is unmotivated to be as a trainer.
Yep.
For sure, his dad is very good trainer. He's very fitting for his son.
You think Crawford could stop Porter though? Like, I know it's possible, but like,
No.
most people say no. Porter can't get stopped.
I don't think Porter. I will say this: if Crawford did stop him, it would be okay.
It would be a shock, but he won't, because Porter gonna get up under his chest and he ain't gonna be able to get leverage like he did against Cal Brook or against them other guys, because Sean gonna be right up in him.
Yeah.
But would you be surprised if Crawford stopped? Just your opinion?
Thank you, sir. God bless you.
Would you be shocked, or
If what?
if Crawford stopped Porter?
I'll be shocked. Not if he beat him. If he shot, stop it.
You've been in the ring with Fury and Wilder. If the shoe was on the other foot and you had to train Fury to beat Wilder, you think you could do that?
If I had to train Fury to beat Wilder, that's all.
You try.
He won't beat Wilder. If Wilder fights the right fight, I can answer that. Can I answer that for you, Malik? Oh, my bad.
No, it's good, brother.
I'm sorry.
It's good. No, you're good, brother. If I had a fighter, I'm not gonna say Fury. If I had a fighter that was facing Deontay Wilder, Deontay Wilder, I would tell him to get that trainer job for somebody else.
One last question for me. Do you think Canelo can get Caleb Plant out of there before the decision?
8, 9. You think of something like that? 8. You see how I put it on you? 8, 9. I wouldn't be shocked if it. See, Plant have shown me so much, and I like the pizzazz and the slick stuff, and I've seen him knock guys out to the body. I've seen him evade punches. I just never seen him do it to no one on that level. For me to think you got a chance at beating Floyd Mayweather, I have to see you at the high level handle the guys under him. I don't know. To me, Caleb, he didn't even get a. Name some of the guys that's under. What's that, brother?
He beat Uzkadigan. That's the best fighter so far.
Who?
Jose Uzkadigan.
Okay, yeah. But I don't consider Uzkadigan good fighter. Good fighter, but I just don't consider that. I'll say this: Caleb got his hands full, and if Canelo was not on point, he'll have a long rank with him. But I think Canelo really wants to hurt him. I think when Canelo feels the way how he feels about playing, it makes him even better. Because this is another thing I want to say about those kind of fights, real quick. A lot of people with the Billy Joe Sanders fight and the Canelo fight, right? So we'll say surface-wise, some people will say he was actually beating Canelo in some of those rounds, right? Yeah, but just because you're winning rounds don't mean the energy of the fight is going your way. The whole time in that fight, the energy and the momentum of the fight was going towards Canelo. Like, even though Billy was doing some good things in the round, but the energy and the momentum of the fight was going towards Canelo. And he eventually caught up to him. And another thing too, Canelo does all of this from a high guard, bro. Like, he does this from like a cross guard. He doesn't do this from his hands here. Most of his success is from a high guard. Do he get hit through the high guard sometimes? Yeah, but even people that got other kind of defenses get hit through their guard as well. But it's almost like it's like he's a target to get hit. He's not easy to get hit, but can't nobody never really beat him up. And he's been in there with a lot, bro. Dude from Miguel Cotto, Floyd Mayweather, GGG, like the list just goes on. It's guys like Boo, I would like to see him. Like you got to be a little bit awkward built, and and I even think you've seen fighters like that, tall, southpaw, tricky. Canelo, yeah, man, he deserved whatever it is praise that they're giving him. Canelo deserved.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
The next one. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it. Thank you. All right. I think we got everything.
He'll slip with him.
Real quick. Yeah. Show your face, Sean. This is for the people who always hear the voice of Sean.
Yeah.
If you haven't, this is the man. Say something.
Man, I'm like y'all. I'm a boxing fan. I'm excited for this fight. Malik Scott, as you guys could hear, is a boxing genius. People want to question because he hasn't trained really a fighter ever. For at least at this magnitude. But just listening to him talk, he's a boxing genius. I mean, if you follow him on Instagram, he's always sharing things about Bob Foster, guys from the black and white days, and the way they position their hands, the subtleties. He's a detail-oriented guy, and talking with him, it's not false bravado. They're 1,000% sure they're winning this fight. He may even be more confident in some ways than Sugar Hill, or at least equaling it for sure.
For the people who haven't seen the face but heard the voice, we're gonna get more Sean. We got to get more Sean's takes, Sean perspectives. Yeah. I think that's something we should probably start plugging you in, right?
Yeah, no, thank you, Ron. And as far as the fight in the press conference, at first towards Deontay, I was like, as the kids say, as the young people say, keep that same energy. At first I'm thinking, you've had a lot to say about what this man did, about cheating. And now that he's here in your face, I want you to tell him I want you to look him in the eyes and tell him to his face. And Deontay hasn't done that. But then at the end, when Fury tried to get a rise out of him and tried to punk him, he kind of walked into something there. And Deontay wound up getting him irritated. And so then the perspective of what Deontay's actually trying to do made more sense to me. What's up, Kenny?
They gotta know the face of the voice, man.
He's listening. Yeah. He's staying composed. And at first I couldn't tell if it was like not keeping that same energy. But then once I saw the way he got under Tyson's skin and actually left him irritated leaving the press conference, I noticed that Deontay is in more control of what's going on than I realized. He's keeping his composure up there. So
We're gonna do some more. You know, just give him a little. We give him a little sample, Sean. A little sample right there. So
watch out for the weigh-in. You know, I'll have more to say after the weigh-in. We got to see how Tyson's body looks. You know, I have some sources that Deontay, his body looks the best it's ever looked. For Tyson, I want to see if he looks as good as he did for the second weigh-in, because people talk about Tyson Fury's body and that it's not the best body, but his body was on point pretty good for that second fight. His stomach was flat, and you know, he's never going to be an Adonis, but he was solid and strong. And if that belly is hanging over Friday, I don't think that's a good sign, especially because if the adjustments that Malik's talking about have an effect, he's going to have to switch it up, go forward and backwards. I'm not, you know, if Deontay's able to lay some traps and able to walk him into right hands, if Fury's going to be as aggressive as last time, he may have to box. And if that extra weight is hanging over, that can't help, you know? So
you giving too much, man. You giving too much, man. We got to, all right.
I hope you guys like it. Thank you for watching, man. Much love.